Here's what a lot of real estate agents tell me. They tell me, my market, Brandon, you don't understand. It's ultra, ultra competitive. Brandon, you don't understand. I don't have any for sale by owners or expireds. How in the world am I going to go out there and actually get listings? Well, in this video, I'm going to share a conversation that I had with an agent who I'm coaching, who A, is in one of the most competitive markets in the country. B, he's in a market where there are no for sale by owners, there are no expired listings. And C, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is not only is he in a market that's very tough, not only is he in a market where for sale by owners and expired listing and low-hanging fruit doesn't exist, he's in a market where he's brand new, meaning he just moved there. He doesn't know anybody. He has no sphere of influence. And so I only say that to help break through any limiting beliefs that you may have when it comes to growing your real estate sales business. And in this video, we're going to break down his entire strategy. That's different than a lot of the other agents that I have on the channel. We're going to break down all of his systems. We're going to break down his mindset, his skill set, what happens when he gets a new seller. We're going to break all of that down. So Brandon, let's get into it. What are your lead sources? First off, what are the lead sources that you're working right now?
So I would say 95% of what I'm working right now is like demographic circle prospecting. So it's downsizers, likely to sell, absentee owners. I'll call expireds and canceleds here and there if I see something that I like within, a geographical area that I want to work. But it's really just those demographic circle and expireds and canceleds.
This is what's so interesting to me because most people are talking about for sale by owners and expireds. And for years and years and years, I'm trying to get people to expand their approach when it comes to client acquisition to focus more on demographic prospecting. Because with your business model, the complaint is, well, all that business takes so long to convert. I need business now. I need business now. But somehow you're able to make this happen because with expireds and for sale by owners, the competition is so high. So help the people understand when you say demographic prospecting, you talked about downsizers, you talked about some of these different demographics. First off, how are you getting the data? And then what is your contact approach? Are you putting like a bat signal in the air and they call you? Or how is it that you actually get into these conversations?
Yeah. So as far as where I'm getting the data from, so for like likely to sell lists and downsizers, I'm getting those lists from TheShareGroup, which it's, they're awesome. It's really easy to just go there and buy the data. It's already filtered for you and it's pretty accurate. And then as far as how I'm getting in touch with them, I wish that they were calling me, but no, it's an outbound approach, which is no surprise here. So plugging them into the triple line dialer and just, getting after it.
Well, wait, you call them?
Believe it or not, yeah, I do.
Crazy. You're one of the crazy people that call people. Insane. Okay. Yeah. So you call people and you're telling me they answer the phone in 2024.
They do answer the phone. You don't always know what you're going to get on the other line, but they do answer the phone.
Insane. So joking aside, so you take an outbound lead generation approach. You're being proactive. You're focused on this area of business where competition is very low, right? You are in probably one of the most competitive areas when it comes to real estate sales in the country. Probably where you're at, and then like South Florida are probably two of the most competitive places. And so you made a business decision to say, well, I'm going to go after the business that I want, the business that I know I can sell, the product line that I know I can sell, and the clientele that I want to serve, where it's more of a blue ocean. You don't have to worry about all the competition. So how would you answer the question from agents to say, dude, how are you doing all this business and you're going after these lead sources, which historically take 6-12 months to convert? What would you tell them?
Yeah, so it does take time, right? Now, if you make, thousands and thousands of calls, you're going to get lucky every once in a while and find that seller that's ready to go within, 2 weeks, a month. But, a really good example is I just put one under contract today, a circle prospect from 6 months ago, downsizers. So they're selling their property for $1 million and they're going to buy a single story down the street. So, contacted them, met with them, built a relationship over the past 6 months. There was no interview process because I was just there for the last 6 months, right? I was consistent with my follow-up. I showed them properties. We met several times. And finally, they called me and said, hey, it's no longer an option for us to stay here. We got to get the home sold. And, from contact to open contract, it was literally 6 months. So to answer your question, it does take time, but if you do it consistently and you're consistently hitting those numbers and you're building a pipeline, it kind of starts to it's a snowball effect almost. And then all of a sudden you're taking listings that you talked to 6 months ago, which is great.
It's the first 6 months. It's the pipeline maturity that you're talking about. The first 6 months, it might be like, dude, man, I don't know if this is working or not. And then boom, you get one. You get a listing from someone you talked to 4.5, 5 months ago, and now you're in momentum.